Previously,
Ijincho, Yokohama, a harbor town where rotting secrets rarely stay uncovered. The deceased was a student teacher who had vanished from a high school Yagami was investigating. Yet the linchpin to this case, a police officer named Ahara, was arrested for a different crime, a train groping that shocked the nation. Upon hearing the verdict, Ahara gave the court an ominous revelation: that the son he had lost was avenged.
Chapter 2.
Before I go all in, can we go over the defendant's profile? That way I'll have something to work with.
Sure. Akihiro Ihara, age 53, senior officer with Tokyo PD.
It
convicted
just
of
keeps
sexual battery.
happening. Try
He's
to
been
take on
stationed in
simple
Shinjuku
jobs
and
and
lived
they
alone
keep
in
ending
Tokyo.
up these
That
like
is,
massive conspiracies
arrest.
that are all intertwined
Lived alone?
together.
Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son Toshiro
Yagami
started
just
at
can't
Keigo
do
High.
his job without getting wrapped up in some
Toshiro-kun ended up
crazy
taking
shit.
his life in his third year. That's 4 years ago, if you're counting.
And the couple never reconciled, huh?
Apparently his wife wanted nothing to do with him from that point on. That's it for personal details.
Alright.
Oh, he totally likes it,
As
yeah.
for the charge, Ihara's maintained his innocence. He's had no luck getting him to budge. Mind you, the prosecution has plenty against him. Security camera surveillance, eyewitness footage, even trace evidence gathered on scene.
The same footage the media was plastering on TV?
Yes, although some of it was edited for privacy or length, but it painted a clear enough picture.
Hard to dispute something you can see right in front of you.
True.
And what about when they handed down the verdict? Hara flew off the handle or something?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Your Honor, in a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide.
Ihara seemed convinced that Mikoshiba had bullied his son, and to get his justice, he even took Seiryō High to court. However, the court ruled against him, claiming there was no substantial evidence of bullying. I still need to dig into the court record of that case to see if there's anything of value.
Sounds like I'm on deck then. I've got someone involved in the case right in front of me.
Who?
The chairman of Seiryō High himself.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
I don't know how you pull these things off, Yagami-san. But let me give you a word of caution.
I'm listening.
Mikoshiba's murder hasn't been made public yet, so please don't go around talking about it, especially at his school. The Kanagawa police will investigate the school soon enough, and if they find out everyone already knows...
They'd show us the door, lock it behind them, then probably charge us with obstruction.
Exactly. Oh, and before I send you Mikoshiba's photo, there's one last thing you should know.
What's that?
Ihara's ruling was the day before yesterday. That means we only have 13 more days to potentially file an appeal.
Have to file an appeal to show the court that we're upset with the verdict. Court will assume that there's nothing left to argue.
If we don't make our move, Ihara will walk out of court with a sex offense charge and a minor slap on the wrist. And once his case is closed, it would take a miracle to get it reopened, even if there had been a critical oversight.
Right.
I'm sorry to give you a time limit instead of a viable solution.
Don't worry. I'll have to make do. For now, let's just keep in touch.
Thanks, and good luck.
Yo, what was that about?
Sorry. Give me one more sec.
Mikoshiba. The guy that was
Actually,
found dead.
Kaito-san, can I fill you in later? I need to get some answers from the chairman.
I got questions for you, bud. Let me walk over to you and then press the talk button.
May I help you with something, Yagami-san?
You sure can. Only thing is, where to start?
Can't reveal what happened to Mikoshiba, but there's no harm in asking general questions.
Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right? Hiro Mikoshiba.
how do you have that photo? But yes, that's him.
I'd like to ask a bit about him in relation to a separate investigation.
What is it you need to know? Did something happen to him?
No, nothing
I'm
happened.
afraid I can't give you any details. This request comes from a very close colleague. I'm sure you understand. It's a matter of detective-client privilege. I know that isn't much consolation. But if it's any comfort, I would never disclose anything about your case either.
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was officially reported missing. Please, can you tell me something?
I promise. I'll tell you everything I can when I can. But for now, let me ask the questions.
Very well. Go ahead.
I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba-kun was a graduate here, correct? And that's why he came back to train as a teacher?
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
Okay. I thought it was going to do
3
that thing
weeks
where it makes me
originally.
ask the questions.
He'd nearly
but
finished his
Yagami's
time
got
with
this
us.
without me. He doesn't need me.
One day he simply stopped coming. It was as if all was well, then suddenly he was gone. Or at least that's how I'd heard it.
Were you two not that close?
No, we had barely exchanged a word since he arrived.
Sounds pretty standard. Probably wouldn't deal with any temp staff.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun 4 years back? Something about how he drove a student to suicide?
You mean what was dredged up online? Yes, I'm aware of it. However, in the subsequent lawsuit, that rumor was put to rest. The court found no evidence of bullying.
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us to take a deeper look.
Well, yes, but let's not get confused. The tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh on us, but we've washed our hands of the matter.
Well, you say that, yet I can't help circling back to the same question. Why would the head of a school hire detectives to monitor his students in secret? Potentially even out of pocket.
Well, for one thing, it would reflect poorly on our institution were I to openly suspect our students. Then there's the issue of bullying being recorded and shared online. You know what kind of firestorm that can cause. I should mention, I'm the one who takes the fall for it. My own privacy be damned. So of course I would opt for secrecy.
That's fair. But what that still doesn't answer is why this is happening now.
I'm not sure I follow.
Something must have pushed him to contacting us. Oh god. I don't remember. It's been over a week since I last streamed this. Security footage? No, not that. Smartphone footage? No. Action report from Ihara. There is... No. Oh crap, is that all we got? And... maybe this one? I don't remember, man.
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago, captured up in Tokyo. The man was an active duty police officer, so of course it made the rounds in the media. But you already knew all that. After all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his son endured here. Bullying that led to suicide.
Well, that's undeniable.
Yeah, it is.
And now that he's in the spotlight, any more problems at Serio would lead people to start connecting the dots. The police would dig up that suicide in no time, regardless of whatever the court had ruled. They might even reach the conclusion you had covered the whole thing up. I get the feeling that's why we're really here, to prevent another mess on your hands.
Oh, I see now. Our job's to sniff out any bullying, then you sweep it under the rug.
That's simply not true. At least, that wasn't my intention.
You sure about that? The thought never even crossed your mind?
Perhaps it did. The scenario you described was painfully accurate. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I grow sick with worry that it could all boil over on us here at any moment.
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I only want to learn about Mikoshiba-kun.
In that case, you should speak with Sawa-sensei. She was his teaching mentor.
Her? Great. That's my luck.
See? I told you we should have stayed on her good side.
How was I supposed to know?
So, would you like me to call her back here?
No,
Yes.
thanks.
Oh, I mean,
I should
no.
go see her myself. Do a bit of smoothing over.
In that case, you may want to go downstairs and see if she's in the faculty room. She should still be on lunch.
Perfect. I've got another chance to shoot my shot.
Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm fielding this one alone. Tsukumo, you guys can clear out too.
What? You're benching all of us? Just like that?
I don't understand the meaning of this, Yagamishi.
If I had time to explain, I would. Just trust me on this for now.
I have to go get some coffee in the teacher's lounge before they get it. Faculty room is one floor below his office. Hello, shiny something. A twig? Who brought this in here? It's always a pet peeve of mine, like, with media in general, the whole no time to explain thing. Like, no, you totally have time to explain. You're just doing that for dramatic effect.
I'm sorry. Did you need something, sir?
Oh, is Sawa-sensei here?
She should be back shortly. May I ask who's waiting for her?
Well, no one's special, really. I just need to have a quick word with her is all. Maybe you could tell me where her desk is?
It's right over there. The one with all the English books.
Thank you.
Yeah, it can be done well, but it often isn't. English, you say? I would like to learn that language. So this is Sawa's desk. Mikoshiba was under Sawa's supervision. Anything that gives me clues about him? Again, like, this whole investigation mode, this feels so much smoother in this game than it did in the first one.
What the?
Ooh, hello. Uniforms aren't from Serio. Could this be Sawa-sensei herself? Perhaps a photo from long ago? More relatable to her students. Yeah, it could be. Just setting up another misunderstanding. Check it out, but I can't be seen doing that. Oh, is that the only clue?
Hey.
What is that, though? Look at all the English books she has. Alright, I know it says I'm done, but
Suspicious.
it is letting me examine other things, too. She's their homeroom teacher. Alright. I appreciate that, like, clearing objectives gives me money in this game
What are you
and
doing
also
here?
XP.
I thought you'd have gone by now.
Yes, well, I need to ask you a couple things.
Such as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro Mikoshiba.
What?
Tell me.
I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring
Yeah, there
him
might
as a
also
teacher.
be, there might have been a
I
cat
believe
to
this
save.
was
I didn't
2
hear
months
one,
ago?
but would not be surprised.
Why do you, of all people, want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before he disappeared? Any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure. He just stopped showing up one day. Really, that's all I know.
Is that really all you can tell me? Nothing jogging the memory?
I said that's all.
Interrogating someone with nothing to go on is not helping me.
You know what, let's start over. Why don't we talk about him as a student? You were already a teacher here by then, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Back when a student here committed suicide, There were rumors online about how it could have been caused by bullying, and Miko Shiba-kun's name came up as one of the potential bullies.
Yes, but those were just rumors.
So he wasn't involved in any teasing?
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Miko Shiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
He's not the type to bully then?
I would say no.
Then why would those rumors exist in the first place?
You're asking the wrong person.
Then who is the right person?
4 years ago, the court determined this school was not responsible for a bullying-related suicide.
You mean Ahara-san's lawsuit? The father of the student who died and an officer in Tokyo? He was arrested the other day. Well, I'm sure you've seen the news.
Yes, but what of it? What exactly is the point you're trying to make here?
I believe Ahara-san still
and
thinks
now
his
people
son
are
killed
looking at
himself
us.
because of Miko Shiba-kun.
Let me ask you something, Yagami-san.
By all means.
What are you trying to accomplish? Didn't you finish this whole business with the chairman? If that wasn't enough, you got security called on you. You clearly have zero regard for anyone here. You should have had the sense to leave long before now.
Believe me, once I learn what I need about Miko Shiba-kun, I'm gone.
In that case, you've already got everything you need from me.
One last question. You and the chairman both mentioned how Miko Shiba-kun got along with the students here. Anyone in particular that he was close to?
The kids in the basketball club? Miko Shiba-kun was in that club back when he was a student. Apparently, he was showing up to their practices.
The basketball club. That includes the gang from before, right?
Yes.
Basketball
They all
hooligans.
spent quite a bit of time with him.
This particular group keeps popping up for some reason.
All right. With that, I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate your time, Matt. Sawa-sensei.
Just a minute!
Yeah, there was probably a better way to go about
Kaito-san,
questioning
you there?
Sawa.
Tell me you're still on campus.
Why? You suddenly decide you need me after all?
I need you to slam
Yeah,
dunk
don't
with
be
me,
like
man.
that.
You enjoy playing teacher's pet with Sawa-sensei?
You mean, did I enjoy getting eviscerated by her? She hates my guts at this point. That aside, I did get some interesting intel. And that's where you come in.
Huh? What for?
I want to find those bullies in the basketball club. Think you can fly the pigeon for me?
So I do have a purpose. Ain't that something? All right then. It's drone time.
Oh, I hope that controls
Thanks.
better too.
I'll
Please.
start scoping out the gymnasium.
What is this? That's not how basketball works. Isn't she? Oh, it's her. Coda. What was her name? Something. Coda. It was Coda. Sup?
Close one. Almost got it. You're Koda-san from class 2 too, right? Basketball too?
Yeah?
You have a second? I have some questions about a
Of
student
course I
teacher
have
who
a
taught
second for
classes
the
here at
random
Mikoshiba.
older guy who clearly doesn't go to this school,
Yo, you read me talk?
who's just walking up and asking me questions.
Your little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you
Bats?
at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
Hey! Why are you still here, asshole? Who the hell are you anyway?
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck!
Coda! Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy?
I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Miko Shiba, a student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
Don't bother trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I want to bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
You wiped the floor with us yesterday. Only fair for you to take a handicap.
I don't mind at all. Sure. All good.
I got milk on my side this time, buddies.
You're so full of shit. I'm gonna kick your ass!
Fighting with Snake Style. When to use Snake? Snake Style focuses on swift, flowing strikes and counterattacks. Works well, especially against those with weapons. Left bumper right before an enemy attacks to deflect it, and then after that, press B. Then press B again, good timing, all that good stuff. Frightened enemy, press Y, alright. Snake Style is like the new fighting style introduced in this game, and it is pretty fun so far. Hey, I want to disarm you. No, not you. Damn it. Come on. I'm trying to do the disarming thing. Mistimed it. This is something I want to get good at, so I'm using this time to practice. That also works, though. What do you want? You don't have a weapon. Okay, let me practice this one more time. There we go. Put the fear in them.
You've got a lot of guts for your age, kid. But come on. You really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go!
Just what on earth is going on in here?
Nothing.
Hey, let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Huh?
Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am. We were just horsing around a bit. Right?
Just horsing around is right.
You really are unbelievable. Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property?
Defenseless?
How many times must I tell you to leave our school alone?
For what it's worth, the chairman asked me to be here.
Why are you
good.
in here?
Let's drag him into this. How should our chairman explain you to the mob of irate parents that will be at his door any second now? Don't worry, there's a very good reason we hired these ragtag detectives to spy on and beat up your kids.
Exactly. There's a good reason
Not
for
the
that.
words I'd use.
If I hear anything else about you, anything, I'm going straight to the press. I'm under no obligation to cover for anyone. Oh, and your attire is atrocious.
What?
When you show up at a school, at least try to look the part. Now go home.
Shit.
You hear all that, Kaito-san? I have a funny feeling I'm not wanted here. Can I talk to the chairman real quick?
I'm afraid Sawa-sensei's made her point clear. Perhaps it's best you take your leave. After all, you've satisfied the bulk of my request.
Wait. Okay, how about this? You can hire me on as a teacher. That way, I can stay on campus no problem, right?
Yeah,
But you
hire
can't
me as a
teach without
teacher.
license. You don't happen to have one, do you?
No, but I do have a lawyer's badge. How's that for certification?
You're a lawyer? Well, that certainly is a respectable position, but it's not exactly a license to educate.
Can't we work something out?
It's a little
I'm
sitcom.
afraid something isn't specific enough. Also, there is always the off chance that you can serve as an outside consultant, a guidance counselor.
Yes, I want to be a guidance counselor.
Yeah, like a club advisor. Do you happen to have a kung fu club? I've got a few tricks.
Please
I
have
can
a
show some
kung fu club.
No, there's nothing of the sort.
Can we start one?
And on that
Please
note,
let me start
I
one.
believe each club already has an advisor assigned.
That's unfortunate.
Me again. I say it's time we hightailed it out of here. No use sitting around on our asses, right? Why don't you meet us back here and we'll go?
I can't. Not until I find something for Sari-san.
Suit yourself. Don't work too hard now.
Need to ask more about Mikoshiba. But I have to find a way to stay on campus. Maybe they've got some staff positions that need filling. Go check out reception. You guys hiring? I will take literally anything. I just don't want to be kicked off campus. Is that a side case? No, it's a friend event. Who wants to be my friend? Reception desk. Should I just ask point blank? Yes.
Huh?
Help wanted ads. Yeah, we could try. Excuse me. While I investigate this bulletin board.
Aha! Stop right there.
What?
Huh?
I knew it. Suspicion confirmed.
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show your face around here again.
I'm sorry, but do I... Oh.
Oh, it's you. Okay. I remember you.
They always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved the old adage true, Monsieur Voyeur.
Yeah, you got nothing on me.
Monsieur Voyeur? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the stairs? And at your age? Shame on you, sir.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh no, you don't! I have irrefutable proof of your crime. Why, the very shoes on your feet. You're wearing the exact same sneakers as the pervert from yesterday. And don't think they'll carry you to safety today.
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady. In fact, I'm probably not the only person with this exact pair.
Huh. Your shoe style is merely the icing on the cake. You see, before the pervert arrived yesterday, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black light.
What?
Huh?
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are stained with it as we speak. Which means you came bumbling back to the scene of the crime, while wearing the very evidence of your misdeeds.
Wow, you're such a good detective. You should totally be my apprentice. You want to learn Kung Fu?
Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing the Mystery Research Club of Serio High.
Mystery Research Club?
Mystery Research Club?
Now, if you'll follow me to the faculty room, monsieur.
Oh, wait, just hold on, okay?
If she's not bluffing, this could get bad. Refuse her claim, flee. EX surrender? I'm really curious to see what that looks like. But I'm gonna refute the claim.
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that much. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove what you're saying? With so many people on campus, any number of them could have walked over that spot.
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the coating. I know this because I was there watching your fiasco. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with me agree to serve as witness.
Oh, man.
Why don't you just give it up already?
I can't, though. I'm trying to do a thing here. I don't want to flee. I'm too curious to see what this looks like. Perfect time to use my new... Damn it! I was hoping that would be... Alright, fuck it, I'm running away now. Goodbye. Why ruminate when I can just run?
There's no escape, sir. I have even more proof of your crimes.
Ugh.
The camera may be gone, but fortunately, I snapped a photo of it before it got taken away. With that, I determined everything there is to know about your camera, down to the store where you bought it. Turns out it's an online exclusive, customized to capture high-resolution footage with an inconspicuous design. Were I to supply this information to the police, they would track down the owner soon enough.
Yeah.
After all, the shop would have no
We're about to
choice
use
but
the
cooperate
secret
with a police investigation.
Joestar family technique. You know, I was joking about this kid becoming my apprentice, but... Yeah, I mean, if she wants to learn Kung Fu...
Do I need to spell it out any further? You, monsieur, are ensnared. Therefore, I think it would be wise to do what I say.
It might actually be best not to run. Alright. Let's negotiate.
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible. Think we can come to terms here?
I will agree to one thing only. Hearing the unadulterated truth. And make no mistake, I will not be misled by diversion, threats, bribes, sob stories. Nothing of the sort.
But I can't give you the truth. Just need her to lose the camera footage. What if I take the phone from her hand and then throw it on the ground in such a way that it breaks? That might be good. So about that bulletin board, can I still, club flyer. Our advisor is leaving Serio. If you know any detectives or mystery writers. Kyoko. Yeah, she can't handle the truth. Seeking outside sponsor ASAP. Reading that thing I just read. I'm gonna be your new club president, I guess. I don't know.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
So what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current advisor got married and quit teaching, and we can't find anyone else to take her spot. On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside, so the MRC may be in dire straits. But your arrival marks our revival.
We already dealt with
Should
dire
I turn
and
you in
straits.
As a foyer, it would make a fine feather in my cap.
But thank you, though.
It would also prove the value of the MRC, so the chairman would have no choice but to solicit an advisor for us.
Well, that all sounds fine on paper, but the real-life logistics may not play out that way. You'll need a competent professional in your area of interest, but you think they have time for volunteer work?
when you put it that way, it does seem like a long shot.
Right? So here's my proposition.
I become your club advisor. How about I offer this club some funds? You're not getting money from me. This sounds way funnier and more like a sitcom.
How about you make me
And
your
that's how I
advisor?
make my decisions.
You?
What sounds
Advise
funnier?
The MRC?
Why not? A Kamurocho-based detective not good enough?
You're a detective?
And a lawyer.
Oh yeah. I'm Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I was asked to come investigate your school.
Yeah,
That's
she would
about all
most
I can
likely
let
turn it
slip.
down anyway.
So then, the hidden camera was for your investigation?
Yes.
I'll let you deduce that yourself. Client confidentiality and all that. But I will say one thing. I'm here to stop shady business, not start it.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, then what was he trying to see? Rather, who was he trying to see? Who put him up to it? Our staff?
I'm still standing directly in front
so
of
many
you.
variables.
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but hello? As I was trying to say, becoming your advisor could work out well for both of us. I'm not done here by a long
You will
shot.
be the Robin
One of
to
your
my
teachers is
Batman.
bent on seeing me gone.
Really? Who?
And there will be
Sawa-sensei.
just as much kung
She
fu,
thinks I have no business being here.
if not more.
Frankly, it's been hard to prove her wrong. But if I were to advise your club, it'd be all the reason I need to stay on campus. So what do you think? It's a win-win situation, wouldn't you say? Oh,
And we
if it's
will find our
experiencing,
Joker.
Believe me, I've been around
Eventually.
the block when it comes to mysteries.
I believe I understand. The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstances better than my original.
Inner monologuing out loud.
But I will not be persuaded so easily. So, I propose a test.
Ah, no, why?
Test?
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
Oh, I guess I'm following Kyoko then. What is that? Can I have it?
Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa, Kyoko's younger brother. Also the MRC's bodyguard. When your sister's as nosy as mine, you've got to step up your game to keep her safe.
Please have a seat, Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you.
So that panda
Amasawa-san,
thing.
back to the topic at hand here.
Is the test, can Yagami have panda? Or whatever that is? Because I believe the answer is yes. Mystery solved. Tell me about the club before we talk about this test.
Could you tell me what the Mystery Research Club actually does? It seems like the advisor ought to know that.
So, I founded the Mystery Research Club last year. Primarily, we function as a book club, critiquing mystery novels from many different cultures and eras. But, when the opportunity is ripe, we also engage in more involved activities. And by that, I mean solving the mysteries around us.
Oh, you mean go sleuthing, like on a case. So that's what you were up to. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched to hear you go around looking for trouble.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this for kicks, and I'm not a fan of danger. If we could all be armchair detectives, free to investigate from afar, surely that would be ideal.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Unfortunately, that is rarely, if ever, possible. say our investigatory senses were to draw us toward a mystery that escapes even the school and the police. Why, letting such a case slip away would be anathema to our club's founding principles.
While I do admire your passion, why put yourself at risk? You'd be safer handing it off to the authorities.
Then shouldn't we hand you off to the authorities?
Well, now, let's not be hasty.
I take it you see my point then. Some cases aren't so cut and dry.
You make some valid points.
I like it. Alright, so about that test.
So, getting back to this test of yours.
Yes. So, based on what you've told me, I'm inclined to drop your charges altogether. A detective setting up cameras is believable. That being said, I'd also be a fool to take you at your word. If this is a ruse, I'd be unleashing a pervert on the school.
Well, the caution is admirable.
Then you shouldn't mind if I test both your skills as a detective and your character as a person. And once that's over, the club will reach a decision. We'll either accept you as our mentor, or turn you in as a deviant.
Are you two the only members of this thing?
So what does this test entail?
Actually,
Doesn't
we've
really
been
seem
dealing
like much
with
of
a
a
rather
club.
risky case as of late. So your job is to resolve it.
How risky are we talking?
Risky?
Well, it's about as risky as it is risque. Yagami-san, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
Huh? You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
Oh god, what am I about to
You know
get
it.
wrapped up in?
Now our current case involves one such sugar baby. It seems that one of our dance club girls has grown a reputation for dating older men. Unfortunately, I've yet to pin down exactly who this is.
All you know is she's in dance club? Well, I understand why you'd want to know more, but what about this warrants investigation? Is she in danger?
The issue at hand is that she may be doing more than dating, and it's putting her safety at risk. Well, we found this out online, so we're admittedly speculating a bit here. But apparently this girl's pretty infamous for what they call her vanishing act.
Care to elaborate?
She strings the mark along, going on a few dates for an agreed upon sum, but then she goes in for the kill. She gets a large upfront payment for promising to seal the deal, and then poof, gone with the wind.
Okay, I can see how that might make her enemies, but that's on the guy, isn't it? I mean, he's paying to date an underage girl, and he thinks he has the right to complain?
You're not wrong. Problem is, her latest mark, a violent, foul-mouthed thug, isn't so self-aware. I believe rape and murder were his choicest threats.
Okay.
So yeah, we can't just write this one off.
Oh, yeah. That's a concern.
Mm-hmm. And now he has his gang roaming the streets, searching high and low for the girl who conned him. I'd say that establishes the risk clearly enough. As soon as we found out, we've been trying to find the sugar baby and warn her ASAP.
Yeah, I get it now. If we don't act, she could be in very real danger.
I think we're finally seeing eye to eye, Yagami-san. After all, the truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur.
That's not quite how it works, but sure.
The best detectives are psychic. Well, that's one hell of a test to drop on me, but alright then.
In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his appearance into that of a total stranger.
Disguise?
From helpless old woman to shifty-eyed vagrant, he deceived the masses and never lost a lead, all thanks to a good disguise.
Yes.
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep. Any detective worth their salt should have no trouble with that. You're going to infiltrate the dance club as an advisor and return the lead on the sugar baby. That is your test.
Wait, you want me to teach a dance club?
If it's required, then yes. I want you to win their hearts in ways I myself could not. Those girls are a close-knit group. They'd never trade gossip with someone like me. However, if a cool new stranger gained their trust, that's you, they might be more willing to talk.
But how am I supposed to be a convincing advisor if I've never danced once in my life?
That's okay. It's rare for their advisors to get up and do it themselves. They generally teach from a book.
Oh, great.
If it's any consolation, their current advisor never even shows up. So you'll already have
What?
it. Just give them a few pointers, act authoritative, and soon enough, you'll be their closest confidant. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy? To teach something I know nothing about?
I'm sure you can figure that out. That is, if you really are a detective and not some snaky imposter.
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know that? I guess I'll have to prevail with the power of vague advice.
Good, then let's move. The dance club will be starting their practice any minute. They're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san, but I think you'd make a pretty rad advisor. So good luck.
Huh? Oh.
I will dance my way into the hearts and minds of everyone at this school.
Where's the captain? Ah, right there!
Something's not right. I feel so out of it.
Sayaka Nishizono, I'd like a word with you.
Hey, aren't you...
Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club? You betcha. Don't worry, I come bearing good news.
Oh great, the MRC. What do you want with us? We're not up to anything.
Calm down, I'm not here to expose your secrets to the world. I only wanted to introduce you to someone.
What are you getting at?
To preface this, I noticed your club advisor hasn't been showing up much lately.
Yeah, apparently he got really sick. We're lucky if we see him a couple times a month.
Right, and it must be rough trying to choreograph an entire routine without him.
Yeah, and we've got a meet coming up soon. It's so much pressure.
I see. Then the stars really did align in your favor.
What? Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem desperate, but it's not like we need any favors.
Allow me to become the advisor
Don't
of
worry,
every
you don't
school
owe me
club.
for this. I'm offering you a potential
And I will
advisor
join them
as
all
a token
together
of
into
goodwill.
one super club that dances and
potential
solves
advisor?
mysteries.
Let's not sweat the small stuff. The important thing is, Yagami-san here said he'd agreed to help you with your routine as a stand-in advisor.
We will solve mysteries while dancing.
When did I ever say that?
Oh my gosh, really? This is just what we needed. You know, I could tell you had a certain something about you. So how long have you been a pro dancer?
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Oh, so modest. This is like one of those dream come true moments in a movie. I've been literally racking my brain trying to come up with a workable routine. Oh, I'm so glad that's on you now.
Whoa, time out. I'm missing some important qualifications here.
Yagami-san, this is your Reichenbach Falls moment. You need to dive headfirst into the challenge. Don't you get it?
No?
Do you think we can get started? We've been practicing and practicing, but something about our choreography feels off. We all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, so all that should be left is bringing our A game. But it feels like we're still missing something, you know? That wow factor. It's really kind of down to the wire to be figuring this stuff out, but I know we'll push through if we try.
Uh-huh.
So can I ask for your first impression? Does our routine need more going on, or...?
You know, it's hard to say what's going on at this point.
I shouldn't have to say this, but keen observation is elementary for a detective.
And?
And you need to tell them what you observed. You did have your eyes open, didn't you?
The test has already started. Alright. Time to give some honest feedback. Special selections. Certain conversations or events won't unfold until your direct input. Timed selections. Answer within the time limit to keep the conversation going. Choosing to select nothing or remaining silent can also be an answer. The speed in which you make your choice will not affect your outcome. Conversations or events won't yada yada yada. Projection selections. Press or adjust left stick to determine the intensity of my answer. I can give more or less intense answers too. Your word choice and projected emotion will match the volume. Okay. So it's not just about what I say, but the tone in which I say it. Oh god, 20 seconds. Bigger impact, do something unexpected. Spice it up.
Isn't your routine a little tame? Maybe you could spice it up a bit.
Spice it up how, exactly?
Kung fu.
You mean like we need skimpy outfits?
No.
Or like we dance all provocatively?
No. Kung fu.
What part of this is a high school don't you get, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Sometimes I just say things.
I don't know, man. You give me a 20-second time limit. I panic, okay? Because, like, their timing seems fine. I don't know how they would make a bigger impact, so I figure it's one of these bottom ones. Do something unexpected.
So, the music's not a bad choice. But it'll take more than your average dance mix to stick in the audience's minds. Have you considered traditional enka? Nobody'd see that coming.
Enka? Well, it is old school, so dancing to it might be innovative. But we can't just start over with a new song after all the hard work we put in.
They have the rhythm, they know their moves, but what they lack is prep time. She told you all that, remember? Besides, it'd be demoralizing to make them reset everything this late in the game.
Yeah, demoralizing.
I'm doing great at this test so far, I think. Okay, so don't start over. Their timing seems perfectly fine to me, so I don't know, make a bigger impact. I didn't want to go with that one because it feels too vague.
Flair.
Flair? How so?
Well, you're already in perfect sync, and everyone knows their part. But, how to put it? You were right. It needs something that's going to leave a lasting impact.
I see what you mean. Maybe we are just kind of going through the motions here. If only we could come up with better stuff. Oh, maybe you could give us some suggestions.
Ah.
I will lead by example. Let me do my dancing. If I don't get through this somehow, then I can't advance the story.
Let's take apart what could give you the edge you need.
Okay. Sang while dancing, no. Did the robot? Maybe. Oh my god! What if you didn't dance at all? What if you just gave up? What if you just completely disbanded this entire club and went home? Stop dancing. Dude, I really want to say Kung Fu. I'm saying Kung Fu.
Why not incorporate Kung Fu?
Incorporate Kung Fu.
Did you just say Kung Fu?
Yes, I did.
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and punches, will knock the competition right out.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. And it's not like martial arts-based dancing is entirely unheard of.
Yeah, like
But
capoeira.
we don't know the first thing about Kung Fu.
Well, you're in luck. Kung Fu happens to be a hobby of mine.
No way! That's so cool!
Did that actually... was that the right
it's my own
answer?
style.
Thank
you.
you.
Won't find it in any ancient scrolls. It's flashy.
Perfect! So will you teach us?
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Sweet! Then let's get a quick demonstration. Let's see some ass-kicking dance then.
Wait,
yes.
Really? I really have to do this?
Yes, you
Of course. How else are we gonna learn? Look up some random videos? We'll get to analyze your moves, your footwork, your breathing. We'll learn from the pro.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff doesn't fit your routine at all?
So, you're not gonna help us after all? That's pretty weak.
If you're giving up after stringing them along this far, hang tight while I dial 110.
Hold it.
Huh?
You know what? I think I can wing it well enough. I've never done this before, though, so don't get mad if it's crappy, okay?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna do fantastic.
Am I really about to... Yeah, we're really about to do this. Kung Fu, dancing, mystery solving, all combined into one.
Okay,
That
what
is
we'll do
the
first
goal.
is show you the opening 30 seconds of our routine until the chorus hits. While you're watching, keep an eye out for the parts that could use some kung fu moves.
Sure. Good plan.
Okay, so here's how we start. In there. Now you take it away.
Whoa. Doubt I can top that.
Your dancing
you know
was
what?
so good,
May
it's
as well
like
try.
I didn't even
That's
see it
the
at
spirit.
all. You're very
Ready
fast.
for the music?
It's like my eyesight just went black. Oh god, what are we doing? Rhythm game at the dance club. Lesson. EX solos. Automatically selected for the tutorial. Check your settings, then start the lesson. Let's dance. Costume normal. Difficulty easy.
Okay, let's go.
Oh boy, rhythm game. Been a while since I've done that in one of these games. Press one of the face buttons accurately to fill the groove gauge. You've nailed the routine. Okay. Oh. Simultaneous notes. Press the two buttons at the same time. That seems weird. Alright. Hold the note. Hold the note. Oh, shit. While dancing to activate an EX solo.
Yagami-san, you're officially the best.
You know, this game simultaneously seems more lighthearted and also darker than the first one. It's weird, but I am really into it.
Incredible.
Oh, he's amazing! That was amazing! Wow! Wait, is that could never do that? Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't knock someone out! See it?
Oh, look at that! Did you see that?
Yagami-san, what was that just now? I thought you said you couldn't dance.
Believe me, I'm just as surprised as you. Winning is part skill and part pulling it out of your ass.
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
think a seasoned athlete could pull that off.
Yagami-san, that was incredible. You're not just a pro, you're a master.
Wow. You're giving an amateur way too much credit here.
No way an amateur moves like that. You're something else. Maybe you don't realize it, but you have a gift for this. You're totally a born dancer.
I don't know about all that. What you call a gift, I call muscle memory.
Well, whatever you call it, we're gonna use every last bit of it in our routine, if that's okay. You seriously saved our necks just now, Yagami-san.
Hey, I'm just glad it all worked out.
If it's okay to ask, could you drop by and give us more pointer sometime? Ever since our advisor stopped showing, we've barely been keeping it together. And we could all use some guidance from someone we can trust.
If you guys will have me, then sure. Not sure I have many pointers left, though.
Oh, you're the best!
I think it's time we headed back now, Yagami-san.
Huh? Oh, sure. So, did I pass? I'd say I made plenty of headway with the dance club.
Indeed you have. Honestly, I'm still in shock over how easily you won Nishizono-san over. Every time I try to approach her, she reacts like I'm there to accuse her of something.
Gee, I wonder why. I'm sure the MRC has gained some notoriety.
Well, all the more reason we need an amazing advisor who can keep up with us.
Oh, I'm amazing now. Does this mean I'm no longer a criminal?
Yeah, I really should apologize for that at some point.
At some point.
Also, I have another theory as to why you installed that camera.
Yeah? Let's hear it.
So, a hired detective shows up to covertly monitor a specific group of students. Meanwhile, spreading through the news like wildfire is the case of Akihiro Ehara, a man connected to our school. Put those pieces together, and your objective here starts taking shape. But I wouldn't want to hamper any important detective work of yours, so for now, I'll let that theory sit.
Damn. She's good.
At any rate, Yagami-san, I'll go ahead and let the chairman know of our arrangement. That is to say, I'll formally request you as our advisor.
Well, that'd be great. But do you really think you'll hire me just like that?
Sure, so long as you're officially considered an outside guidance counselor, I don't see why not. Also, we do need another faculty member as a supervisor, but that's more of a formality than anything. Their only responsibility is signing the paperwork. You'll still be the one running the club. Our school makes you jump through a lot of hoops just to be welcomed as a guest, huh?
Yeah, sounds like they won't let in just anybody. Anyway, is there a teacher you had in mind?
Yep, no worries there. The chairman actually promised to sign off on whoever we chose.
It's not Sawa, is it?
Well, I made him promise might be a bit more accurate.
What? Really? Man, I wish he'd told me.
Literally
He told me
anybody
the
but
club's
her.
already
Come
had
on.
advisors and left it at that.
Typical. I doubt he wants to actually keep his word. After all, if we get into trouble, he'll be directly responsible. He probably thinks the MRC is a big enough liability as it is.
I wonder why.
Well, with all that said, welcome to the Mystery Research Club. Can't wait to see a real detective in action.
Hey, you'll get your chance, and it's a pleasure to be on board.
Oh, when you have a spare moment, could you join us in the clubroom for a talk? I'd like your advice on another case we're monitoring.
What, you've got something besides the sugar baby?
Yes, and this one may actually be even nastier. In fact, the sugar baby may be but a single thread amidst a larger, more sinister web of conspiracies.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to digest, I know. I'll get you
I
up
tend to
speed
find
when
myself in a lot of those
Okay.
conspiracies.
Not quite sure how to process that right now, but I'll make sure to swing by at some point.
School stories. Delinquent activity. The school seems really fucked up. Yagami must infiltrate certain sub-communities within the school. Immerse yourself in various activities. School stories are separate from the main story, so feel free to play these at your leisure. Leadership allows you to access and progress through new school stories. I'll try. See how much of that I do off stream. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. If it's separate from the main story, then I'll probably end up just doing it like not recording. All right. So now I don't have to be thrown out of here. He was tight with the basketball club. Investigate the gym.